Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
New lover coming my way. Binge watching romances is getting old.
Oops, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong. Where's my show intro? There it is.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
That was the wrong button. That's how it goes sometimes, though. Sometimes you get the right button. Sometimes you get the wrong button. Apparently, that was the incorrect button. Wow, something's seriously wrong with the lighting today. Can we get the lighting to be better? The lighting to be better? That would be great. To be better, more bright. There we go. All right. Now it actually looks decent. It looks like I know what I'm doing, which I don't. So there you go. Renee, thank you for your double donation. Sarah, thank you for your donation. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Blueberry Cobbler, welcome back. Trina, welcome to the stream. I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Bartman, welcome to the stream. I think Bartman joined or something like that. Why can't I scroll up? This is really weird. It's really weird. Today's going to be one of those days, I can tell you that. Okay, let's find out what's going on with Renee. Well, my boss friend, tell her that I'm looking for a new job. Well, that's not much of a friend. That is not much of a friend at all if they rat on you. I'm just saying, if they rat on you, that's not much of a friend indeed. Why isn't this working? All right, you're going to have to put up with me while I try to get everything fixed. Okay, there we go. Finally, the Tarot Tower. The Tarot Tower is here, and it is looking promising. If I can just get it to go up in that direction. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's grab this one. Start out with my deck because we might as well go for the Waterfall Tarot while we're here. Might as well throw that onto the table and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into with some Waterfall Tarot. All right, let's see what is going on and all of that. Let's see. Thank you for donating. Okay, cool. All right. Your boss friend, tell her that I'm looking for a new job. Whoa, Moontree, thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is. For now, I think I need to go turn the light on because this is some harsh shading. Harsh shadows. Hang on. Okay, we're dealing with harsh shadows, and now I need to lower the lights. Because that is overexposure 101. And you don't want to overexpose yourself on the stream. There we go. That's much better. Smooth lighting. It looks better. It feels better. That's all we needed in life. Now, will my boss friend tell her that I'm looking for another job? Will she rat me out? I don't really think so. I'm going to go with a thumbs down on here. I don't really see it. I just don't. I mean, keeping to ourselves is definitely a thing when we have the Four of Pentacles. We're just not in that mood to share or be out there, throw our information out there nonchalantly. This is something we have thought about. We definitely don't see any advantages to throwing that out there, so we're keeping it to ourselves. Big closed body language, keeping everything tight knit. I think they're going to keep the secret indeed. Page of Cups is they understand that this is not only emotional for you, but it is one of those things where it can ruin your career. You don't want anybody to know you're looking for a new job until you leave. And then you tell everybody that you found a new job, So this is something that they know it's emotional. They're not going to rat on you. They're not going to be that person because there's always that one you tell secret to and they tell everybody. But that's the problem. I don't think they're going to be that one. The Page of Cups. Knight of Swords as well. They're going to wait until you left. They're not moving on this. They're waiting until you leave. They're not going to be that one that's going to spoil the pot. And the Four of Swords, keeping quiet, delaying everything, using some strategy, using common sense, because this is a delay strategy. Not only resting with it, not doing anything, but hanging on to the information tightly. I think it looks good for them keeping a secret. Person looks decent for keeping a secret, and that's kind of what you want in a friend, right? But yeah, there is that. And we got the follow-up question. Will I get fired before I find a new job. Now, if we go on the previous reading, it doesn't look like so. Curious one, welcome to the stream. I see you're curious indeed. All right, let's find. Will I get fired before I get a new job? That's no good. That's no good, you know, because you need a reference. And so they call your old job and they say, hey, how's so-and-so? And they're like, wait a minute. You mean Renee's looking for a new job? What's going on with that? Gregory Lyon, well, it's been a minute. What is going on? How's it been, Greg? It's been a hot minute since you've been on here. How's you been? All right, let's see. Getting fired before we get another job. I don't think so. Devil being reversed says that we're holding on tight to that. We're going to hang on to it. The devil being upright would be a pretty good indicator of something bad happening, or something premature happening before we could get out of there. Valentina, thank you for your donation. Juliet, welcome to the stream. But yeah, the devil being reversed says, I don't see it happening. I say you're going to be steady, you're going to be firm, you're going to be good. You're going to be good here. The devil reversed said there's nothing coming out that's going to bite you in the rear. And the Ace of Swords reversed as well. The restrictions are just not there. You're free to do what you need to do, how you need to do it, and focus on what is important, and that is getting your ass to the new job and not worrying about the others, right? Because the Queen of Swords is this is kind of the boss. It's kind of your supervisor kind of feel. The Queen of Swords being withheld. The Queen of Swords being tight-knit about this. She's not going to be able to do anything. She's not going to be able to take the action of firing you. She's not going to be the devil. It's like that she's been neutered, a little neutering action with that. So she can't. Even if she found out, she would not be able to do that. DC, welcome to the stream. So I'm going to go no. I'm going to say, you're going to be gainfully employed until you get the new job. And then you can take this job and shove it song. You can play that. Because as you leave, I encourage everybody to play the take this job and shove it song. Because that kind of rounds out a good job, you know? Rob, why not burn the bridge? Just get the bridge, light it on fire like that Simpson episode. And just get it worked out for yourself. You know what I mean? Get it worked out for yourself. Take this job and shove it. I work in here no more. All right. You know, then it says my woman done left and took all the reason I was working for. But, you know, that's probably not your case. That probably not going to be your case. But it's still a good song. Still a good song for when you leave. And feel free, entertainment purposes only, but feel free to burn as many bridges as you would like out the door. All right, let's see what's going on. Can we, I think we need to zoom in. We're zoomed out a little too much here. I mean, I think we've taken some liberties here with zooming out. We've zoomed in a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit better for us. All right, what's coming next? The Lovers. A good interaction. Ooh, this is nice. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I mean, the Lovers is a nice interaction. This is something steady. This is sort of almost like an end of year conversation, I would say. Noel, welcome to the stream. Pisces, what's going on? It's almost like an end of a year conversation, where we're discussing something, we're getting a communication, we're getting a tight-knit communication with somebody, and we're getting some important information out of it, right? It's like maybe we get something special, something nice, not exactly what we want at the end of the day, but it's almost like an end-of-year conversation occurs. It brings us some things that are happening. A connection occurs. This is something that is important. It is a good connection, something tight-knit that we like. The Lover's end of the Hanged Man, though, it says this is from somebody that we don't expect. Basically, we're getting a communication from somebody that we don't expect to get a communication from. The communication brings in good news. It brings in some good things. It's almost like people are watching this communication. Like maybe this is something that people knew about or knew was going to happen, but you didn't. But people are watching. They're in the background looking. They're watching as we sort of go into this conversation. We don't get everything that we want out of it, though. It's very clear here that we're not going to get not going to get everything that we need out of this. And that's kind of important because a lot of times we do make a connection with somebody else, somebody that may not be expected, but it is a communication. It is a connection that we like, and we do get some positive results from it. But not exactly everything that we would like at the end of the day. There is some level of disappointment with this connection. It could be an end of year conversation, maybe with bonuses or raise or compensation in general. It could be sort of a review where we just didn't get the review that we were hoping for, that we were kind of waiting for at the end of the day. Interesting combo. But yeah, there is a connection coming. And I think that's what's next. I think that is what next is getting that and putting it through. Let's see. Got YouTube user as a career reading. But before that, we're going to do Renee. We're going to go and to the Tarot Tower. Look at this upward angle with the Tarot Tower. It looks intimidating almost. It's like a whole lot of Tarot Tower going on there, All right, we're going to go with the Dark Mansion Tarot and do that. Dead Kennedy's version of Take This Job and Shove It. I'm not familiar with that one, but I do want to listen to it. Because sometimes you're in that mood. You're in that mode of, take this job and stick it and shove it where the sun don't shine, apparently. Linda, welcome to the stream. All right. We want to know about our weekend because it's going to be a short weekend for you. It's definitely going to be one of those short ones. Two of Pentacles, got an Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. Interesting indeed. This is a weekend for forgiveness. It's almost like somebody's asking for forgiveness. Somebody needs forgiveness. Maybe they're not asking. Maybe they're just sort of reaching out. They're kind of curious. They need something to change. They need an environment or a situation to be different than it currently is. Juliet, thank you for your donation. It's almost like that we have a Two of Cups and a Death card just mixed in, blended in to this. Woo-woo, thank you for your donation. The Two of Pentacles is, do you want to forgive this person? Right? Linda, thank you for your donation. Do you want to forgive this person? Do you want to move on from this situation? Because this is something that's been dragging out. Situation has been there. This weekend, you're definitely reminded of it. It is about forgiveness. It is about letting go. It is about moving on with this stuff. Temperance, about pouring that water into something, making the fine balance that needs to be balanced within there. Eight of Swords too, right? Eight of Swords. It's been dragging on us. It's been weighing on us. Is this something that has been bothering us in this weekend? I think it's going to come up. Two of Cups. It's all about letting go. It really is. This weekend's letting go. Philippe, thank you for joining. And overall, letting go, forgiving, letting things move on. Because you don't really want to hang on to much stuff this weekend. That's clear, right? That's very clear. Let's not hang on to anything this weekend. Let's move past some things, right? Nadine, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, we got a couple of PayPal donations up in here. We got Valentina. We got Moontree. Moontree coming in with a very generous donation. Cosmic Kitty, thank you for your donation. Speaking of that, Trina wants to know, all right, catch your show. Well, thank you for catching my show. I appreciate that. All right, Trina wants to know something. What does she want to know? Welcome back, by the way, Trina. Mercury retrograde problems indeed. A general for Trina. Let's find out what kind of general action we can get going. All right, Trina and a general thing. What kind of things can we get going over here? Instead of the Dark Mansion for this one, Trina, I think we're going to reach over here. We're going to get the Tarot Oracle deck itself for Elijah General. This is the one. It says Tarot Oracle on the back. But in reality, it's actually made by Cheryl Marchetti, and this is one of his best ones. I mean, as one final hurrah One final hurrah. This one makes it and makes it good. I like it. I think it has a lot of powerful things to say. This is a wordy deck. It's got a lot of things to say when it comes out. Cappy Ram, it's been a minute. How you doing? Good to see you again. All right, let's do a little general action. What kind of mess can we get into now? I don't think you're into much of a mess. 4 of 1. You're comfortable right now. You're comfortable, right? This is not something where you're just reaching out. You're doing a lot of new things. You're not doing a lot of experimentation. I do think you're outside of your comfort zone a bit, but not so much that you're just risking a ton at this point. Not so much that you're sort of worried about what comes in tomorrow. I think you just have your groove on at this point. Like a lot of your life is just having your groove on, getting the patterns that make what you do, right? Getting those patterns, getting things normal, getting things where they want to be. And that is sort of one of these factors with just day-to-day progress. And I think you are making progress. I think you do have some goals, and you are reaching the goals that you shoot for yourself, that you put out there to the world. I think the universe is providing a lot of good stuff to you, actually. You do have a lot of sort of incentive guides to follow. And I think your guides are wordy as well. I think they have a lot of things to say that are very poignant, that are powerful. They're going to let you know where you need to be, what they expect, where you're going to be at the end of the day. I think that sort of, I think that sort of brings in the stuff that you need. A lot of guides are giving you advice. You do have a star to follow, do things to do. Now, I think for 2022, let's go over this. I think money's going to be a big thing in the second quarter. Money's going to be big. You're going to be very focused on money, very focused on your home energy or possessions energy in the second quarter. It's a very second house kind of thing, right? Very second house. Second quarter could be very second house. It's going to be a lot of concern about what's coming next or what. There's a level of unpredictability as we move into the third quarter. Absolutely. And I think June, July is kind of the pinnacle part of that, where we're leaving the money concern and now more concerned about sort of love and sort of manifestation and stuff like that. Happy home. Throughout the year, you do have a happy home. Now, you do have a disturbance, almost like at home or something like that, right? You do have a disturbance, sort of a happy home disturbance. I would say around September. There's a lot of things going on in September. Maybe a family thing or just a home disturbance. Of things being shaken up a little bit too much for your taste around September, quite frankly. But it's going to be okay. Things settle down, but it seems to never end. This is a beginning in September of something that is very difficult to get rid of for almost 6 months. Very difficult to get rid of. So that's going to be something unique for you to chase with there. Overall, you're looking at the same old, right? The same old. Man. All right, some changes coming up in March. Not too big, not anything to worry about. Just hang on. In March, absolutely. I don't think they're related to the financial thing, but there are a couple of different changes coming in March. So there you go. There's a general kind of a 2022 overview, a quick look at least what the cards and my intuition say is headed your direction. So, that's it. That is it. There we go. Cancer, Moon, Credit, Sun, first 2 cards. I mean, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Anyway, YouTube user. And then Valentina, I did not forget about you. I know you're there. All right, YouTube user wants to know about career. YouTube user had a question, but it didn't come across in my app because my app that I wrote starts to suck. It's not working the way it should be. Starting to question my future at the current company. All right. Will I get the managed position? How stable is the current company? That's one of those, right? How stable is that damn thing? Because if we're starting to question it, maybe there's a good reason. KD, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. We can use the Chiro deck again, right? A little Chiro Marchetti action. One more. Uno mas time. Uno mas time with some Ciro Marchetti action. Let's get it done and find out what's going on with that. Stability, we're going to hang out there. We're going to be there. I don't think stability is a problem. You do have a lot of energy that's confusing, and I think you're hooking on to that. You're focusing on the confusing parts. You really are. I think you're wasting a lot of your energy right now, quite frankly. You're focusing on these confusing parts. You're not seeing the end, and the end looks pretty clean. It looks pretty simple. You're not focusing on the goal. And the goal is to do the best that we can do to make a big splash, make a lot of good patterns, and make that happen. Because it is about what is next. It is about what is next. And you're sort of focusing on this imaginary scenario. It just isn't there. Do the best you can. Let the chips fall where they may, because you're on a journey here. This is clearly not something you're going to be able to change. Clearly not something that's going to resolve itself tomorrow. Just do what you can to be the superstar and let everything else fall to the wayside, because I think you're really over concerned about things that really just don't matter. Juliet is next, and then Valentina. Valentina, will GB, I don't know, George Brown, what's a GB? I don't know, Green Bay? Well, Green Bay, talk to me soon. Let's find out. You feel unworthy. Well, see, there's something you got to work on. Never feel unworthy. Never, even if you're not worthy, never feel unworthy, because screw it. I mean, who's going to know you're not worthy unless you tell them? Unless you tell them you're not worthy, nobody knows. So that's why you keep quiet, right? Have you ever seen the movie Being There? You keep your mouth shut and you just do things, and the world will accommodate you, right? Not Green Bay. It's not Green Bay. I mean, I'm confused. With the G-Bay, with the Green Bay guy, talk to me soon. Because, I mean, you know, the Packers kind of having challenging this year, but, you know, it's the way it goes. You know, Rodgers, way it goes. All right, well, Green Bay guy, talk to me soon. 2 of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. Soon, no. Soon, no. Later, yes. All right. This is somebody who's going to dodge you almost like a Green Bay quarterback, right? A Green Bay quarterback. 8 of Swords says, man, you're not restricted from talking to this person. Why don't you reach out to them? This is what it's really saying. Why don't you just reach out to them? 6 of Cups. Make a friendly little connection with this, and then let them know you're still interested. Let them know that I still have an interest in Green Bay. Even though the football's terrible this year, well, okay, it's okay. You know, even though the football's okay this year, let them know that this is something that you're kind of interested in. You know, something fun. You don't have to reach out and declare your love for Green Bay. You don't have to wear the cheese hat. You just need to let this individual know that maybe you might be interested in something. Ping them, have some fun, tag them on something funny, send them a funny cat video. Right? And 2 of Wands, it says searching and seeking this matter is really going to make it great. If you do the nice little slight ping, I think Green Bay is going to come running in like Emmitt Smith. Yeah, going to come running in like Emmitt Smith. Anyway, Juliet, that's it, right? That is it. Let's see. Hope you're having a great night. Wayne, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Maruda, welcome to the stream. Pie Lover is here. Life is too short. Snuck in. What's going on? What's going on? 80% of success is showing up. You know, that's kind of true until you open your mouth. The biggest problem with people is they talk too much, and then they make a fool out of themselves. You know, it's better to be quiet and make people assume that you know something. Okay, story time. I work as an application developer. Okay. Moon Honey, welcome to the stream. And thank you for your donation. Jillian, thank you for your donation. I work as an application developer. In other words, rewrite code. And then we distribute code to people. Now, we had this one person who looked like a manager. He was tall. He was good looking. Everybody thought he was a manager. He always dressed up. Okay, he always dressed up, and he would sit at his desk and watch golfing videos because that's what he did. He golfed. So anyway, we give him this application and we say, support this application. And he's like, sure, I'd love to do that. Okay. And 2 years later, we never hear anything from this guy. And unfortunately, nobody, this is not my team. This was the team before me. Nobody ever checked up on him because nobody ever complained about him. And turns out that he never did a damn thing. In 2 years, he never did anything. And they promoted him. Why? Because he looked like a manager. Everybody said, you look like a manager. He always seemed to be very busy. He's very busy all the time. But he never did a damn thing in reality. What he did when people would call up and ask about this application, he would tell them, don't use this piece of crap. And he would tell them a way to do their job, do it instead of doing that. He would tell them to do this over here, and it would do the same thing. And people were like, thank you. That's great. I don't have to deal with it. Anyway, we had no users on this application because he told everybody to do something else. So he got promoted. And after not doing a damn thing for 2 years, he got promoted because he looked like a manager and he always looked busy. True story. True story. I would tell you the dude's name. I still see this ass on Facebook. Anyway, but true story. Just because he looked like a manager, does a manager need to be tall? It helps. I'm not going to lie. Being a tall man helps if you're going for a management position. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't work. It does. But it helps. In other words, if you're like, 4'2" and you dress up, you're probably not going to be treated as managerial as the guy that's like 8 foot tall. Is what I'm saying, right? Anyway, let's see. That was, it was story time. Half the people left because of story time, apparently. Valentina, do you see Carlo? Something. Valentina wants to know about Carlo. Let's find out. Carlo V wants to know about Carlo. Currently in love with his baby mama. Carlo and baby mama. And pursuing her romantic. All right. Is Carlo involved with baby mama? Okay. I think that's going to be important. Let's find out. Because Carlo may be involved with baby mama. If I was involved with baby mama, I'd be involved with the Vox Arcana. The Vox Arcana. To tall women as my superiors in the workplace. You missed my first questions right at the beginning. Nelson Kearns. Okay. All right. YouTube user. I get it. Isn't there a 90s movie about that? Yeah, it's called Being There. Yeah. I don't think that was 90. Was that 90s? Anyway. But yeah, he didn't do it. He didn't do a thing for 2 years. He told people, hey, you don't got to use that over there. Use this over here. It's much better. And anyway, so yeah, we paid him pretty good too for 2 years. All right, V, let me tell you about Carlo and are they in love? I do think there's Chartrelis, thank you for your donation. I do think that there's a level of connection between these two people that's never going to go away because it's the baby mama. Because it's the baby mama, you know what I mean? Is T.O. on PayPal? Yes, there's a link right there. I think there's a level of connection that's never going to go away, Valentina. Never, ever going to go away. This is something that Carlo does want to hit it and quit it sometimes. I don't think Carlo's going to stay around the baby mama all that long, right? Would Carlo hit it and quit it? I think Carlo would hit it and quit it. I don't think he's got a problem hitting it and quitting it. But yeah, can we get because we're familiar with the baby mama already, we've explored that territory. We can do, so I think there's a level of that, right? The emperor. The emperor is a very hit it and quit it character, is what I'm saying. I got a whole book coming out about the emperor being hit it and quit it. The son says that overall they're always going to get along. So if you're waiting for them to have a big fight and never talk again, it's not going to happen. All majors, indeed. You just got to put up with that. So is there some beautiful connection where, no, but is there something where they're going to get along and they're going to come back? And that's the way it goes. That's the way you're going to have to put up with that. I don't think you're going to be able to shake that off. That's not going to be something to shake off. What can I expect next in my life? You can expect a reading. You can expect a reading from Tarot Oracle. And I don't know, maybe it'd be a boo or something. I don't know, Chartrellis wondered about Rob. Thank you for your donation, Chartrellis. I appreciate you coming back and hanging out with us. But, oh man, we got the boobs on there. Okay, what do I expect next in my life? Gifts? I think, does he still work there? No, he quit. He quit. We weren't paying him enough. I swear to God, Katie, true story. I'm not making any of this up. He quit because he said we didn't pay him enough. Anyway, what to expect next in my life? Gifts. Six of Pentacles is gifts. It is being given something, whether it be information, whether it be money, whether it be some good stuff coming in. I do think that you have gifts on the line, right? Love Apples welcome this stream, but you do have gifts. There are gifts on the way. Three of Pentacles is interesting. It's like multiple people are involved in this. I would play the lottery, quite frankly. Woo-woo. I mean, entertainment purposes only. I would pay the lottery. Fem, thank you for your donation. I'd play the lottery. It's almost like a group lottery thing makes a big win, right? Power of the Bee, thank you for your donation. A group lottery makes a big win. And the Empress, we're comfortable, we're having fun. Overall, we enjoy it. This is something we like. At the end of the day, we like it a lot. I'm telling you now, this is what I'm saying. All right. Chartrellis, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, you got to, occasionally we get the Hooters card. It is Hooters indeed. Linda, how will dinner go tomorrow night? How is Din going to go? We're going to go, this might hurt Tara. Linda, something tells me it's going to go weird. So, Linda, something tells me there's a reason you're asking this, isn't it? There's a reason you're asking this. I think you're laughing back there. You're laughing because you know something's going on. Something's happening with dinner tomorrow night. Something interesting is going to happen. I already see it. I'm just going to pick it up. This might hurt tarot. That's what we're using. By the way, in case you wonder, I try. I try to put the deck out there. I try to let y'all know what I'm going to do and all of that other stuff. Okay, you got the Emperor, you got the Nine of Swords, you got the Nine of Wands. Somebody says something, there's a conversation. There's a conversation that you just don't want to be in. And guess what? They do it tomorrow night. I mean, they do it tomorrow night in dinner. You know what I mean? There is a little bit of a Nine of Wands surrounded by the Nine of Swords. We're wounded warrior. We're like, oh my God, what's going on right now is what this says. Starlight, Star Bright, next day's forecast tonight. Thank you for your donation. Nine of Wands, it says, why did somebody have to bring this up? Boo-boo, thank you for your thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Nine of Wands. Why did somebody have to bring this up? I'm just saying. Nine of Swords. We got two face plants. We just do. Head straight into the hands because we're like, what's happening? And it's surrounded by this. It's like dinner has some stuff going on. Dinner has some things happening that you don't really want to deal with, quite frankly. And, you don't have to. You can get up and lay. Act like you're busy. Here's what I would recommend. Take the AirPods, okay? And just act like, oh, my God, I've been listening to TED Talks this whole time. Was there drama at the time? I didn't even realize it. I don't even know what's going on. King of Wands, being upright, it does say that a lot of people have some opinions going into dinner. That's going to be okay, right? Because the Emperor said there's clearly somebody in charge at dinner. They may be the one that, just bringing up all this stuff. They may be the one causing the issues. The Emperor says there's got to be that one person, and that person's going to show up tomorrow night for din. And, just take the AirPod. Be like, oh my God, I've been listening to Led Zeppelin. Is there something going on? What's happening right now? I didn't even tune in. Anyway, you have the question below. TOs or men have been tall of stature. I'm just saying, I'm just Cosmic Kitty knows I'm talking. Chartreuse, thank you for your donation. Tall women too. That's it. It's T on PayPal. Yeah, it's over there. Okay. Let's see. Oh no. Rachel being a chatterbox. You said question below, but I don't see it. Let me hunt it down. Let me go hunt it down. So we got Moon Honey, we got Jillian. We're running way late today, I can tell you that. Cappy Ram, Cosmic Kitty. Why did Nick say to me when I asked him the question, no, I'm not married? Was he hitting or being a tease? No, I'm not married. Cosmic Kitty, you're getting hit on at work? Look at you. Look at you. Little closet relationship going on there. That's when you want to hit it at work, but there's no place to go. So you get the broom closet at work and you sneak in there and all of that other stuff. That's the way it goes. All right. Anyway, let's see. I copied it. Now, can I paste it? Yeah, I can. All right. He said, no, I'm not married. Nick's like, hey, Cosmic Kitty, I'm not married. I'm good. You know what I mean? Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I'm good. I'm not married. I don't have, and you'd be like, I knew that because you don't have a ring on, Thank you, Master of the Obvious. Too many dudes flirt with me. That's the way it goes. That's a tough problem to have. Okay, why did they say it? 8 of Cups, 8 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups is what I'm saying. And the 4 of Cups. All right. Let me tell you now, I think they're married. I'm sorry. I think they're married. I think something's going on. I think they're married. It's almost like that they have a relationship with somebody. It's getting a little too serious for them, and they're ready to leave it. 8 of Cups. I'm ready to abandon it, to get out of here, And I can find some extra bonus at work. You know what I mean? Don't need the money bonus. I got other bonuses at work. 8 of Coins. It says they have been shopping around. They indeed have been. 10 of Wands. They are flirting. It is a bit of a flirt. It is a bit of a flirt, 10 of Wands. I think they're loading it up a little too heavily. But 4 of Cups overall, I don't think you should take the hint. I just don't think Nick is worthwhile. 4 of Cups, you're getting more flirts. It's not something you want to deal with at the end of the day. They mentioned their ex-wife. I don't think the ex-wife is that much of an ex. I think maybe they're separated. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe they're an ex-wife, but he's hitting it anyway. I'm just saying. I would dodge Nick. I would take a pass. I'd say Nick. I appreciate the concern there, Nick, but I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Anyway, people just don't just randomly. I don't know. If I'm a dude, I just don't randomly say that. It depends. Is there a romantic future with me and the Cancer? Let's find out. If we can get stuff done with that. All right. Get fired for a new job. YouTube user, I owe you something. Cappy, is a romantic future between me and the Cancer. Now, this is the Wonder World Tarot. This is available from Push Kitty. Is coming out with this soon. Not Cosmic Kitty, but Push Kitty. And, right. Anyway, so, you want to go with that. Friends are the same thing. I got to pass on it. You got to give Nick a pass. Yeah, I would pass on that. You and the Cancer, you do have a romantic future. And not a lot of amazing cards, but enough here that I like the possibility of it. But I'm just saying, DY, thank you for your donation. Chaya, welcome to the stream. That I float his boat this after I said what floats your boat. I think he's a little too much in there. Yeah, some days you try to get a goalie. You know what I'm saying? You and the Cancer have a good start. That said, let me say it again. This is a good start. 2 of Wands to say, we have a good future. We have something where we can control it. We have something where it looks good. It seems decent. This is something that I wouldn't mind pursuing at the end of the day, right? But the Seven of Wands, it does say there's some defensiveness against it, right? King of Coins is ultimately it could work out, and it could work out quite well. But there's a lot of things that need to be fixed or addressed or at least, concerned about before we can get this done, So you definitely want to be a little bit slow roll getting in. Don't want to just jump into it full steam. You want to sort of see, hey, this is something that's possible. Let's explore it, but explore it on its own time. In other words, let it breathe before you chase it. Let it breathe before you start chasing it all over the place. All right, the Arcana Tarot is a thing. This is actually a thing. He said, I float his boat. So you said, what floats your boat? And you go, you. That's like from a 70s porno or something. I don't think that works. Cosmic Kitty. When you flirt, you have to be subtle. You have to be fun. You can't be like a 70s porno, like the start of a 70s porno. You know what I'm saying? Boo Boo, thank you for your other donation. You got to be fun and casual. You can't just go like that. You can't play that. What was my dream was telling me. Renee had a dream. What kind of things was it trying to relate? Ooh, let's put them down there correctly. That'd be great. It's like Debbie does Cosmic Kitty. That doesn't work in the real world. When you flirt, you have to be fun, casual, and keep it like really, really smart and very subtle. You can't be like, yo, baby. Okay. Dream 2 nights ago was telling you, 10 of Stones, you're lacking something. You really are lacking something in your life, and you need to chase it to find out what it is. You need to expand upon it. You need to go full steam and find out what makes you happy that you're currently missing. Because I think there's some missing pieces, missing parts that are just not lining up for you at the end of the day. Ace of Wind, follow your dream, follow the cues. Because I think you're being given cues that are important and that are things that need to be chased because you're missing some things. You're incomplete at this point, and there are some things you need, and it's time to chase those. Ace of Wind. Make it happen. 4 of Stones, it is a journey. It is a journey, a little bit of a perilous journey. It also could be a little bit of a journey that, you're not really sure where it's going to end up. But this is a journey worth taking. Ace of Wind. We have wind hustling and bustling through here. And we're willing to do that. We're willing to take the risk and go forth on that. But yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, Neve, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Neve, you got to rewind. Moon Honey, what peels your banana? I mean, if you're on keto, you don't eat bananas, The Star Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Will M and me get back together and get back together soon? That's what I need. That's what everybody should get back together and get back together soon. I mean, if you're back together, make sure you're back together and you're happy. At a minimum, make sure you're happy with that. All right, will we do that? Will we get the opportunity and make it happen indeed? I'm going to say that these 2 cards are stuck together like a 70s porno. All right, let's see. Christina, welcome to the stream. Will Em and me get back together? And will it be soon? Strength, 7 of Ashes, and Rain. Yeah, I'm just going to say no. I'm going to say, I don't think you're getting back together right now. I think there's too much stuff to work out. I think there's too much stuff to Band-Aid up. It's like going out in 20-degree weather without a coat at this point. You got to come back in. I don't think chasing this is going to be applicable until it's not 20 degrees, until you get a coat. 4 of Rain kind of says it all. It is about the frustration involved here. Chaya, thank you for your donation. It's about the frustration involved on things not being there as they are. It's about the defensiveness against some things that you're facing here. You're not ready to take on things that are there that you do need to deal with, right? And let's see, it is about strength too. Patience is going to be your key virtue here. I think having less patience is not going to do you any good. Have some patience, let it breathe, and not right now. Vanessa, thank you for your donation. We got a gazillion donation tonight, by the way, in case you're in the queue. The queue's long. It's a TO show. The queue's always long. We get 60 donations some days. We get 60 donations. The record's like 62, I think. Donations. That's a lot of donations. So I try to go as fast as I can, but I want to give everybody a good read. I don't want to rush through stuff. I don't think anybody's got time. Nobody got time for that. Moon Honey don't got time for that. Moon Honey wants a general about what peels her banana or whatever she said. All right, let's go. Look at that. It reversed. Moon Honey, you saw that action? Is that reversed or not? I think it's reversed. That is interesting. This card reversed itself. Sun, okay. Magician, 2 majors. This is a good combo. What the hell just reversed itself? The King of Swords, the totalitarian himself, just flipped it. Let's not beat the record. My voice already did an hour stream for Patreon. I'm gonna break. Let's not break the record tonight. The King of Swords, the totalitarian, reversed themselves mid-read. As I'm putting it down, they flip themselves. I think that's interesting. The totalitarian is not here no more. A lot of things that are weighing on you are freed up. Moon Honey, this is exciting. This is exciting. A lot of things are freeing up. A lot of weight that's on your shoulder. It's like the 10 of Wands card just getting ripped out of this entire reading. The 10 of Wands is here. It just got ripped out. It's got removed. CJ, thank you for hanging out with us. This is something where the sun says it is going to be a brighter future tomorrow. It is going to be something a little bit better. Something that is bothering you gets removed, gets eliminated. Could it be somebody that is doing this, that's weighing you down with that? Magician says maybe. You definitely have more power, more control after this individual is gone. Absolutely. But they are leaving. They are on the fritz. They are on the outs. And I think that's going to be good news for you at the end of the day. All right. What else we got? The Patreons loved it, though. DC, Patreon, thank you for watching that stream. Yeah. Charlie says a double shot tonight. Doesn't need to do anything to help Cousin K. Let's find out. Is Cousin K need you or no? I mean, a lot of times people say they need you. They think they need you. You don't know. You don't know. I mean, the 9 of Cups, okay, 9 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would not. This is one of those where I'm just going to do a thumbs down on here. I'm just going to say, I don't think this is something you have to intervene. Not at all, okay? Knight of Wands, you're tempted. You are tempted to do something. You are tempted to get in there. The 9 of Cups says, hey, they got everything that they need, though. Not something where they absolutely need you or they're desperate for you. Not something where you have to intervene for them to survive kind of thing. 8 of Cups is feel free to just walk away. Feel free to watch it happen and observe what's going on from a distance, because I don't think you need to get just buried knee deep into it. No, I don't think so. I think this is one of the rare occasions, especially with that walking away, where it's going to be all right. Update on Rob and I. Let's see what's going on with Rob and you. Let's see if we have a little bit of possibility of that, or did we give up, or we still need to wait? 7 of Cups, the Emperor, and the 7 of Pentacles. We do have a lot of 7s, right? YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. We do have a lot of 7s here. I think that Rob and you will have a big discovery or a big change in status in 3 months. In 3 months, you have a big change of status. Something's going on here. Absolutely. 7 of Cups. A lot of things are changing over there. A lot of things are updating, changing, becoming a little bit different than what maybe you had seen before or what you were comfortable with before. A lot of things have updated over there. The Emperor, it says things are going to change. Things are going to be a little bit different. Sarah, the Q is huge. But the 7 of Pentacles, it says patience is a virtue here. 3 months, you have a status change. 3 months and things get a little bit different. If you're willing to wait, I think 3 months is going to have some status changes for you. There's an update right there. Fem, will Em and I get back on good terms? Are we just going to give up at this point? I don't know. Let's look at some of the newer decks that we have. Now, this is the Phantom A Tarot. Phantom A Tarot is one that I don't use often enough. Wow, we had 62 people watching. Thank you for the 62 people hanging out and watching me on Friday night, no less. Thank you for, sacrificing your Friday night to watch a fat man on YouTube read cards. Now that I'm keto, hopefully a skinnier man reading cards on the internet. A King of Swords is back. Sure, we can do that. We're going to be on good terms. Yeah. I mean, you'll be on amicable terms. Big difference, right? Not good terms, but amicable terms. Well, maybe we can talk now. Maybe we can have a discussion. Maybe things are not going to be as thick, as heavy as they were before. Temperance, we balanced it out. We're going to be good at the end of the day. Not going to be a big deal. The Star, we need to do something. We are going to be on amicable terms at the end of the day. King of Swords says that basically M is going to pick it up and run with it. It's going to make some stuff happen that makes everything decent. Not great, but decent, right? And that's kind of where you're at. Akansha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I probably butchered that name. But it's the best I can do. Some days I just can't, we passed each other. Did the Libra feel about me? The Pisces, shall I reach out? When we passed each other earlier today, what did they think of a Pisces? What did they think of the fish? We passed each other. We brushed up against each other. Jeremy's hand brushed up against my bosom. And is this going to be a sign? HK, thank you for your donation. Is this going to be a sign? It could be. Let's find out. Power of the P. When we passed each other, how'd they feel about me? What are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Is it the Judgment card? They got some thoughts. They clearly have some thoughts about what could be. They clearly do. And you picked up on that immediately. This Libra action, the judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, the opportunities present, is this something they want to chase? Hermit card says not yet, but they've been thinking about it. I think if you gave them an open-ended invitation, I think they take it. Quite frankly, they would, right? Knight of Pentacles. They got to stay stoic. They have to stay firm. They have to stay on point, on a target. Not something they're just going to be able to skip, right? Not something they're going to be able to ignore. 9 of Wands. This is somebody that overthinks situations, right? A little bit of a Virgo tendency sometime. I'm not saying it's a Virgo. I know it's a Libra. A little bit of Virgo tendencies you're seeing there, not only with the Hermit, but with this 9 of Wands, overthinking the situation rather than just taking action. Overall, they liked it, right? They liked it. Maybe they're a pie lover. I don't know. Fam, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. I do read reversals. If the deck has reversed in it, then I'll do it. Sure, Charles, will my money spell be successful? And when? Will we get the fat cash? Because we worked hard on that money spell. We may have put some money down on the money spell. Will we get the said fat cash from that? You love Virgos. Well, Virgos love you, curious one. Look at you.
I love you.
You know that spell? I don't think, well, I say the spell is going to cause some damage before you get any money. That you can see this from the reading immediately. The spell is going to cause a little bit of damage before you get some money. It's almost like the spell wants to kick you in the butt before it lets you get your opportunity. The Tower, it's like the structure of something needs to fall down in order to give out a little bit of the fat cash. In order to give this opportunity, something else needs to be sacrificed. Something else needs to be given up. And then the Four of Wands says, hey, the window of opportunity opens and I can take it. And the Three of Pentacles, the birth, the incarnation of something where we can get more money. We can get said fat cash. Maybe somebody is going to be giving us the fat cash, but there's definitely some movement happening with this. But the structure of something needs to be sacrificed, needs to be handed out, or needs to be removed before we could get that. Make way for the new by removing the old. Lachey, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Star Bright, Star Light. The other forecast tonight, 7 days. That's pretty specific, Star Bright. That's very specific. That is. Yeah. Since it is Starlight, Star Bright tonight, we can use the very, very rarely used Star Tarot version 2. This hits the table so rarely, I can count on 1 foot the number of times that it hits the table. The Star Tarot indeed. The sixes. I hope we don't get the Emperor because it's misspelled. Spoiler alert. All right, 7-day forecast for the next 7 days. 9 of Pentacles. Hang on to your money. Don't let anything happen to your money. That's going to be important in the next 7 days. Don't invest in anything. Don't be a big spender. Hang on to it the best that you can because you're in for a ride. You're in for a ride. Nothing major, nothing substantial. It's only 7 days. You can survive until next Friday. Just don't be a big spender, please. Right? 5 of Wands. Let somebody else win the argument. You want to pick your battles in the next 7 days. If somebody comes up, they're just causing problems. They're just causing issues. Let it go. Let them win, right? Go, cool. Dude, you win. Congratulations. Move on. Thank you. Okay? That's the biggest note here. You need to pick your battles because some battles are going to be a pain in the butt and waste your time. You don't got a lot of time to waste. Star Bright, your life is getting a little freaking busy right now. That's what I'm saying. You don't got a lot of time to waste right now. So don't waste it, okay? Please, for me, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Sure, Trellis, any decent suitors coming? Let's find out if we can get some decent suitors indeed. Find some suitors and find out if they're decent or, if they're going to suck. All right, let's find the Star Tail. The Star Tail is nice. It warped. I mean, it warped. It warped worse. This warped worse than that new tarot deck I got with the Crossfire. That new Crossfire deck warped hardcore last night. It warped pretty bad. All right, any decent suitors coming? Friends with benefits. Are you with that? You do have a friends with benefits, right? The queue's huge. I think we got like 11 in the queue. There is something about people not really opening up to you, not really letting you know the truth, letting you know things that are important. It's like they want to do cursory conversations. They want to, not really waste your time, but they just want to, do things on their own time and their own way, right? So you do have people holding on, not being open, not really wasting your time, but at the same time, not really being very, very good overall. And this is something where you do have an opportunity for friends with benefits coming if you choose to make that. Judgment says an X has an open invitation as well. If you want to do either one of those, that's fine. As far as a new suitor, soulmate, it looks kind of challenging overall. It really does for right now. So you're kind of looking at a few months of a little bit of a dry spell, you know, and then when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours, kind of thing. But yeah, someone teach you shuffling trick to reduce the warp. I don't want to sit there, you know. This is a big ass deck and my hands are small. I'm not a manager because I'm not the tall guy. So sure, I can get these and stretch my hands to the absolute limit. Like that is the limit to my stretch. I can stretch my hands to the absolute limit. In reality, when I shuffle, I drop everything on the floor. In reality, when I shuffle, I do it the way that I showed in my video, where I just go like this, right? I just go like that. And no, that doesn't solve the warping. That doesn't solve the warping because that's not a full shuffle. So it's a little too big to do the full shuffle and to fix all the warping. All right. Let's go with Boo Boo and a Thoth. Boo Boo and the Thoth. Let's find out if we're going to get anything done with this weekend, please. All right, we can do weekend. We can do weekend, right? It's tomorrow. Tomorrow, Shadowrun Tarot video, right? Spent the 90s playing role-playing game. Shadowrun Crossfire. Now, I didn't play that board game, but I did play Dragonfire. And I did buy like 6 expansions to Dragonfire. Unfortunately, in the Dragonfire game, you have to grind like a video game. It's like grinding in WoW. You have to grind in a board game. No thanks. No thanks. And because after you grind for a little bit, now you're overpowered and everything is easy. And I'd rather play another game at that point. You know, it doesn't impress me. And it's for sale. I tried to sell that damn game on eBay, and I couldn't sell it. So now I guess I'll just throw it away or something. Because now if you make more than $600, Biden is going to tax you, right, on that money. Even if it's like junk that you owned and all that other stuff. Apparently there's a way to, you know, if you want to file your taxes the complex way and like say that it's a depreciation because I bought the game, now I'm selling it at a loss or anything. You know, I ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want to pay a tax professional $500 so that I don't have to pay taxes on a $30 game. Anyway, weekend reading, please, let's find out. Let's find out. You know, the Ace of Swords, we just talked about that with the Chariot, with the Hierophant. You got a couple of majors at the end. This is something where planning a trip this weekend is going to be good. If you've been waiting, if you want to plan a trip, this is going to be good. This is going to be the weekend to get that done, right? A weekend to get that done. Now, Chariot into the Hierophant is an interesting combo indeed. It talks about that planning something serious, planning something big, planning something substantial. If you're waiting to do that, this weekend is going to be a time to do that. I think that's going to be all right. It is the beginning of a communication. It is the beginning of something happening, something moving forward and whatnot. It is something emotional, but I would say start planning your next trip. I think this weekend is the time to do that. Get all the logistics out there, get it all things figured out, get everything down and hammer it out to where you need it, right? To where you need it. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Some exciting news, something I don't know. Tell me a secret. Tell me a secret and find out what is going on. What is going on indeed. See what's happening. See if there's something back there that you don't know about. That you don't know about. Interesting. Okay, and all right. Time to bury the hatchet. It's time to bury the hatchet with what, okay, a couple of things. Somebody wants to, basically, it's like somebody that you've been interacting with, that you've had a problem with, that you've had some difficulty with. You're going to have an opportunity to basically move past that and to get that person back in your life. This is somebody you completely ruled out. This is somebody you completely have been ignoring, so outside of your reality at this point. Somebody that you're like, I'm really not interested maybe in talking to this person. I'm not interested in getting this person back. But I think that they want you back. I think that they want another opportunity with that, right? Sort of riding in, trying to repopulate and whatnot. There are some levels of concern that are going to come up. Basically, you start a new dream cycle, okay? A new dream cycle Wednesday or Thursday, in fact. I think it's coming up, right? Leo, thank you for your donation. This is going to be something that is a new dream cycle. It's a pattern. It starts out with a small hint. It blossoms and grows. It blossoms and grows. It starts out at a small hint, but there's more. It's a puzzle that needs to be put together, that needs to be solved. And this starts at the end of next week. And you want to be careful, and you want to log, you want to journal, you want to get things happening with this, because this has an open opportunity. It's going to give you answers to some of the key questions that you've been waiting for, that you've been looking for quite some time, indeed. All right, there you go. Something you don't know. See, I just threw it out there. All right, the Star Tarot. Oh, no, the DY. M's thoughts from me currently. Do they have any feelings? Do they have any opportunities that we want to chase? Interesting indeed. If I was M and I had thoughts and feelings, I would use this deck right here. I would use this deck right here. And it is the Little Wizards Tarot. It's going to be a good one indeed. All right, Wayne, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time. All right, what's the thoughts and feelings on me currently? Rose, thank you for your donation. All right, we got to end soon. We got to have the ending soon up. Okay, Rose Flower will be the last donation of the night. And then we're out of here. I'm going to go not eat a banana. We're on keto. So we're going to take a shower with no banana. We may go to Chick-fil-A and get a salad instead. Lovers, the Empress, Judgment, and the Two of Cups. My God, DY. First time in here, I think. And you get the reading of the night. This is huge. This is huge. This potential relationship, is insane. Not only do they have thoughts and feelings for you, but this could be one of the best relationships of your life. Lovers, Empress, and the Two of Cups. I've done about 20,000 readings, 20,000 tarot readings, and I don't think I've ever seen this before, ever. The Lovers and the Two of Cups is rare. That's like winning 10 grand in the lottery. But the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Empress and Judgment and the Empress, that's like winning the grand lottery. That's like winning the $500 million lottery. Something's really happening with this. I think M is worth hanging on to. I think you should go after it. I think you should focus on it. I think this should be a top priority for you, quite frankly. I've never seen this, ever seen this. But yeah, that is huge. So not only good thoughts and feelings, but I would recommend this relationship quite possibly over any other relationship. I would recommend this relationship over any other relationship, quite possibly, that you've ever had. That's a bold statement. I mean, come on. The people that have watched like every day, have I ever said anything like that? Ever? No. All right, Star Tarot, how will my path develop on a new career? Well, congrats on the new career. Let's go with a Thoth derivative indeed over here and find out what is going to happen at the end of the day, because the Thoth is where I go for the good stuff, for the beef. You know, where's the beef? Where's that Wendy's commercial from the 80s? Where's the beef? You know, you don't remember that? Any old people in chat other than me? Okay, path developing. How's it going to go? 5 of Swords is the Lord of Defeat, followed by the 10 of Swords, ruin, followed by the Moon and the Ace of Cups. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. You do have defeat. I think that your current career path is going to be tainted by the previous career path, because you have some challenging cards here. It's almost like that you go kicking and screaming from the current career path into the new career journey. It looks challenging indeed. 5 of Swords, a Lord of Defeat. It feels like that you're taking a big jump, and I'm going to say it, you're taking too big of a jump. You're taking too big of a jump. It's what it feels like. I'm not saying it's bad, nor I'm saying you are, but it feels that way. You feel very, very disconnected as you leave. You feel like you're abandoning something that was your goal, that was something important, that was critical. You feel like you're abandoning real people. You feel like you're leaving real people that you like, that are important to you, alone. You're leaving them barren on an island where you were the one holding up the world, and now you're gone. And now somebody must take your place. You feel guilty, you feel weird, and you feel like you're abandoning people. And you leave kicking and screaming due to a circumstance that comes up. All right. The Moon. And by the way, my readings on your career journey have been pretty tight lately, I got to say, as far as the salary and stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, getting the job, salary, all that stuff has been pretty tight. So I'm leaning on this to be pretty tight as well. The Moon is interesting. It's a good match on the career. It is a new opportunity. It feels fresh. It feels vibrant. The people you meet are good people. The team feels like you're no longer the single person on the team, and you get overridden a lot. You get overridden a lot with some of the situations, but it's powerful. It's fun. I think you have a good opportunity, and you finally have the opportunity that you need to make yourself successful in the long run, which you didn't have before. In other words, I think you'll be successful, but there is that kicking and screaming going into the night. How much longer before I move into a new place? Because we need new. We need a new place, new opportunity, new advantages, new things happening. And this is the place to find out about that. Well, this is the place. How much longer before I move into this new place? Let's see. Wheel, 3 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to be a while. Yeah, it's going to be a while indeed. I mean, you were looking at about Ace of Pentacles, right? The movement is going to happen. Clearly, Shaya, you know the movement's going to happen. This is something that you've been waiting for. This is something you've been relying upon. This is something that's very obvious that it will happen. 3 of Wands, though, you got to keep searching. You got to keep looking. It's almost like you're not finding the right match. You're not finding the right match that you need to get this done. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It is just not the right match. The wheel. We're going to have to go through the process over and over. You're going to have to eliminate some places. You're going to have to find another place, and finally you will be content. You will be happy, and I think it'll be okay at the end of the day. It will be all right at the end of the day. So there you go. It's going to be a while. Sorry. Going to be a while. You got Vanessa going in. Weekend reading for Vanessa. Vanessa, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing. Leo, I will I will do your reading. Leo, you are 5 away. There's 5 people before you. And then I'm going to knock out your reading. We're going to have a home run of a reading on here. Vanessa Weekend will get it. Psychic Cindy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Cindy, did you get your package yet? I don't know. I didn't check the status, but I don't know. I have an easy way to look at the status, but I've just been too lazy. It's easy to ask. It's easier just to ask, you know? Anyway, all right. Weekend reading. 5 of Wands. Pick your battles. But look, 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups. Yeah. You know, Vanessa, don't rely on other people to tell you the truth this weekend. Don't rely on people to tell you the truth. I think you got somebody that's telling you some BS this weekend. Bottom line. Somebody is telling you some BS. They're not legit with you. They're not legitimate. They're not upfront and forthcoming, right? 6 of Swords, there's a lot of murky water that you're going to kind of run into. But that's the way it is. That is the way it is. That is the way you're going to have to deal with it. But just watch what you hear, because not all of it's true this weekend. Right? It's just not true. And if you get into an argument, don't. I'm just saying, don't get into an argument this weekend. I would dodge it. I wouldn't let them win, but I would just sort of circumvent it, come back to it later. It's like winning an argument this weekend is damn near impossible, it seems. All right. Me and Nelson. What's going on with the Nelson ratings? Is me and Nelson going to be all right? Are they going to be all right? Let's find out. Let's see. Nelson, where were you headed? Tower, Chariot, King of Cups. Not exactly good emotionally, not exactly on the same page emotionally, without doubt. Not there. Tower says it crumbles. You have to rebuild it. Chariot says it's almost like that things crumble, but then you just drag those pieces to a new location and try to rebuild it, right? You try to rebuild it. Anyway, you know what I mean? We try to rebuild it. But in a different place. It just feels like you were trying to function, trying to rebuild it in a different place. The current place, in other words, the current situation is, the current situation is just unrebuildable at some place. But if we move it around, we can do it. First question right at the beginning, Nelson current feels for me, we're in light communication. Let's find out about light communication. What are the feels? 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Queen of Wands. It's slow going. They still like you. It's slow going. You're very bottom in their priority list right now. It definitely doesn't feel... I think that you expect to be higher in their priority list. I really do. A lot of times you just expect that to happen. Reality is you're not. Reality is you're kind of low on their priority list most of the time. So you're waiting because you expect to be here. Reality is you're kind of down here. So you're waiting for all of these things to happen, for all of these experiences, and they're just not satisfied for you, right? They still like you clearly. But you're overly concerned about kind of where you are on the priority list. The reality is you're kind of low. Queen of Wands says it's going to continue on. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't be concerned. It's going to continue on. It's going to be okay, right? Light communication is light communication. If you were higher on their priority list, they'd be all over it, but they just aren't. And it's difficult to change them because Nelson don't change easy. They just don't. Will connection with S and I go anywhere? Is this something we can do? Is this something we can make happen? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know indeed. All right. Yes, Samantha. I'm sorry, Samantha. Samantha? I'm sorry. We got Samantha. I did a stream before this stream, so my voice is kind of on the fritz. I'll do it again Sunday too. We got William Rader. William Rader is coming in to talk about their tarot deck on Sunday. I got an advertisement I'm going to put up as I get out of here. Gita, not accepting any more donations tonight, but I'm here every night, Gita. I'll be here tomorrow night, the next night, for the rest of your life. I'll be here every night, Gita. Every single night. With a connection with S and I, go anywhere. Sure. You have the Two of Cups. The connection's there. The connection started. You started the car. Is the car going to go anywhere? You need to shift it into drive. And I think the Ace of Wands is the shift into drive. I think grabbing that stick and working it and putting it into drive makes it go somewhere, right? You do have the Ace of Wands. So sure, the Two of Cups. We had a good meeting. We have a connection. The King of Cups, this is not somebody that's easily read. It's not somebody that's easily to see what their intentions are. It's going to be difficult. In fact, I think you're going to come back and ask what their intentions are. Their intentions are okay. Knight of Pentacles. You're looking at something that's, that moves along at a substantial rate, but not something you're super happy with. That is, the stick is in drive. You're able to move forward. No problem at all. So can it go anywhere? Sure. Will it go anywhere? Sure. It's just a matter of having patience with this person. Because damn, they're a little bit on the unusual side. I'm just saying. Akansha, they're a little bit on the unusual side. Will I see James tonight? Is James coming over for a little action? Is James going to make the trip? Make the trip to get the action? Because some days James wants to make that trip. Some days James don't care. And tonight, James is staying the hell home. James ain't seeing you tonight. I'm sorry. Going with the thumbs down on this. James just ain't seeing you. Four of Wands, I need to stay home tonight, HK. I'm sorry. James needs to stay home. A little bit too big of a conflict. Got some stuff going on over there. Just saying. You got some stuff going on over there. You're just going to have to put, you know what I'm saying? You're just going to have to put up with it. Five of Wands. There it is. Night. James is going to see you soon. Not tonight. Clearly not tonight. All right. Hopefully that answered the question. That was a pretty easy one. I love yes or no questions. He just got like this one. Fem, should I unblock M or should I just keep their ass blocked at this point? Because M ain't up to no good. M ain't up to no good. And I think you already knew that. He's tired and cold. James may have worked the stick earlier. James may have worked the stick earlier and may not have time for more stick action. Unblock them. Absolutely. Unblock them. Yes, you should. The penetration of Catherine. The opportunity presented to us, the beginning of a communication, right? The beginning of this communication needs to happen. Unblock them. So yes, you should unblock them. Four of Cups, you don't really want to, I don't think you really want to, but they got a lot of things to say to you. What they're going to say to you is going to be different than what you think, though. A little bit of a difference coming in about what they're going to say to you, what kind of things they're going to convey. Overall, absolutely unblock them. It's time to let them talk. It's time to let them communicate. It's been a minute. But, if you open up the door, I think you're going to be all right. Lachey finally is here. Why do I feel anxious? She's lying about her feelings. Is she filling me with BS? I was going to fill you with BS. I would use the Tarot of Oppositions. The Tarot of Oppositions, is all about reversals. And this one flew out of there, right? It flew out of there. They're telling you these feelings, and you're like, wait a minute. That doesn't jive with what I'm seeing. What you're saying doesn't jive with what I am seeing. And I think you're right. I think there is a disconnect. Three of Cups. There is a disconnect about her feelings, what they're communicating and what they're doing, their actions, their emotions, your intuition, because the magician's flipped. The magician's on the bad side. You feel like things just aren't under your control anymore. Things aren't going the way that they need to go right now. And I think you understand that pretty clearly, because the Queen of Wands says you are trying, you're making these things happen, you're making these opportunities, you're making these doors, and you're letting them be open, and they're not walking through the door. The Scorpio is being a little bit evasive, quite frankly. Scorpios do that sometimes, the way it goes. I know a Scorpio, and mine does that too sometimes. Queen of Pentacles being flipped mean there's a level of instability here that you know is coming. So the instability is coming. It is coming. It is headed your way. You're already prepared for it, though, because you know something's up. You just knew. You just know. So there you go. So yeah, they not necessarily lying. They're just not being forthcoming about what the actual feelings are, right? I don't really have to lie. I can just say things are okay and just kind of, gloss over things being decent at best. Anyway, we have a question below for Leo sign, because they are the Leo sign indeed. My daughter has not been vaccinated. Will she be able to fly to Spain? Let's find out. Let's find out. Now, entertainment purposes only. Never, ever talk about vaccinations. Never talk about vaccinations based upon a fat man reading cards on a silly YouTube channel, right? Never. Now, that's a yes/no question. King of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the King of Wands. The King of Swords, you're getting communication that she can't. You're getting communication that your daughter can't. You've already seen this. King of Swords, it's like there's a little bit of rules being implemented that aren't any good for anybody. Seven of Wands being reversed. You're being defensive, but you can't be. You can't overwrite the rules. You just can't. And the King of Wands, with all the fiery passion, all the fiery power, is being snuffed out like a bad CSI episode. And the King of Wands ghosted, ghostly, ghastly, like an extra on Dawn of the Dead. It just says that no, will not be able to fly. The totalitarian force is active, and it's not going to allow us to be moving around, moving anywhere, in fact. Your daughter is maybe Stockholm. I don't know. Anyway, entertainment purposes only. Is a salary going up before November? Let's find out. A lot of companies have got tons and tons of money. Tons and tons of money. Tons and tons and tons of money. Profits are out the wazoo this year, Rose. Tons and tons of money. Will they share it with you? It's a greedy-ass corporation, Rose. Get real. All right, let's find out. The salary is going to go up. Oh! I think the salary is going to go up indeed. I think the salary is going to be very nice this year. I'm just saying, a lot of people are getting screwed over for salary this year. It's the way it goes. Companies make record profits, and they're not going to hand any down. Come on, get real. Anyway, but yours seems to be on the outs. Yours seems to be a little bit on the cutting edge, And I say that they will be giving you the fat cash. You have not one, but two happy home, happy families. They love you, Rose. They love you. When you come in, they want to roll out the red carpet. They want to just worship you. And these two happy home, happy family includes the more money card, because this is mo money, mo money. and, right? They're willing to deliver it. They're willing to deliver it. They are willing to deliver it. False promises. Now, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, the curious one. If you watch my Patreon private stream, I talk about this extensively. This is somebody bringing stuff in. It is being sneaky, but it's also bringing stuff in. And the powerful positive message of the two cards, I don't think can really be ruined by this card. I think this card's too weak to ruin something that substantial. In my opinion, I'm just a regular dude reading tarot, in my opinion. But that is it. That is it from me. I'm going to go get myself some Chick-fil-A because I am hungry. And ain't nobody eating with me tonight, so I'm going to eat by myself. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up